Yeah, can you guys hear me? Yeah, can you guys hear me? Yeah? All right, let's get this on the road. Yeah? All right, so first of all, who's all got AMC? Who's all got them diamond hands still holding on to AMC? Yeah, to the moon. That's where we're going, man. Yeah. I've been holding this baby since about January. Like when I initially put guys on about $3 a share. And look at it now. I mean, this is beautiful. Like there's a lot of guys asking me like, "Oh, are you still holding on to your AMC shares when it dropped all the way down to $5?" But diamond hands all the way. Yeah. I also got a couple of call options as well. Yeah, so it's been really interesting actually. Like I love the fact that it first of all broke this resistance at $14.50. That was just a menace to break. And then it went up to the previous all-time high at $20. And the minute it broke out, I mean, look at that volume of 700 million. That's 700 million diamond hands, you know. And I love the fact that a lot of hedges are being squeezed. Only the weak hands sold off. Nah, trust me, they're all rushing to try and get back in right now. Like that's why it's all about patience. I always believed in AMC, held on to my shares, held on to my options. I've got a couple of options expiring end of this month, actually. So may even exercise one and then, or exercise both of them, actually. So how's your Rasta? Oh yeah, crypto gang money bags? Yeah. So let's take a look at what's going on intraday, actually. I mean, the pre-market was insane on this. It jumped from like pretty much from what was it, $31 or something, all the way up to like 37. But looking at it intraday, it's pretty much just created this resistance actually. So we'll see. We'll wait to see if this resistance gets broken intraday. I love how it's actually respecting this 10 period moving average. So the 10 period moving average for me is a great momentum indicator. So usually people use like 9 periods, but I like the 10 period. That way it smoothens out a little bit more. So we'll just wait to see basically if it breaks this resistance and looks like actually, yeah. Yeah, so we'll just wait to see if it breaks this resistance. And I'm hoping it does because look at that. Actually, intraday broke, gapped above this at 35. And that looks like it's solid support right now. So because the bears tried to bring it back down below this moving average. So we'll see Wagwan. But at the moment, I don't quite like this MACD though. Dead cross being formed. So we'll see. It's early days right now. And the way AMC has been moving, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another huge rally. But right now, to be honest, I think the market might rest. So we'll wait to see actually where it comes back down to. So let me pull up this trusty Fibonacci retracement. All right, so yeah, so right now, wait to see. I believe it might come back down to test these levels at $30, between $30 and 23, but I don't think it'll come as far down as 23, although it may do and effectively test this moving average. So we'll see right now because it's pulled away from the moving average a lot. So it may revert back to the mean, or it may continue heading up to create even new all-time highs, because this is an insane all-time high. I mean, $40 all the way down from where it started, about $11, $12. Man, that's insane. So you guys also in GameStop as well? Because that's another insane meme stock. Let me see, actually. Oh, man. Your portfolio must be hella green right now. Like, actually, BlackBerry, also in BlackBerry as well. And I quite like the recovery that it's made right now. I mean, it's broken out of this troublesome resistance of like $9. And again, it was one of them ones that you see it dropping, A lot of people were messaging me, emailing me, because I did a couple of videos a couple of months ago putting people on BlackBerry, AMC, and even GameStop. So a lot of people were emailing me, asking me, oh, should we still hold on to these stocks? Should we still hold on to our shares? I was like, go for it, because they're definitely going to recover. I mean, the fact that BlackBerry actually came all the way up to $26 is definitely going to test that level again. It's just a matter of time before it tests it. But the ultimate resistance is at $21 roughly. But I believe it's definitely going to test it. The way AMC tested this all-time high at $20 and it smashed it, BlackBerry is definitely next. And so do you guys get your free popcorn? Even GameStop as well came all the way back down to about 116. In fact, all the way down to like $42. And then ever since then, it's just been, let's see, it's just been in a very good trend since then. Uptrend. But I'll wait to see what the earnings, because it's got an earnings coming up. So NAKD. All right. NAKD. Again, NAKD is on the way to recovery at the moment. They had that, I think they've got till October. They had a notice from NASDAQ saying that the stock has to, the trading price has to be above $1. And I believe it's going to get there by October. If it gets close to it, then NAKD can actually request more time. But yeah, so basically the notice was if they don't get above $1, the trading price per share, then they could get delisted or possibly get delisted. But I don't think that's going to happen because I believe NAKD's share price is going to make a good recovery. Again, with a lot of these stocks, it's just a matter of time. So you just need to have diamond hands if you believe in it, and then keep holding on to it. They definitely will recover. I mean, look at AMC. And actually, while we're on NAKD, so the fact that it's broken above this 10-period moving average. So right now, it's just got this resistance to overcome. So the resistance around here at 73 cents. So, but right now the momentum is strong and the bullish momentum is strong because it's above the 10-period moving average. So as long as it holds above that 10 moving average, then should we go? Let me check the 21. So again, it's gotten above the 21 and the 50 right now should be around, it just broke above the 50. So the momentum is strong. The bullish momentum is strong on NAKD right now. And the fact that, look, there was a golden cross on the MACD and this golden cross has held. The bears tried to bring it back down to a dead cross. But the fact that the golden cross is holding strong and looking at the histogram right now, the volume is strong. So I believe it's definitely going to get towards $1 or even above $1 by October. So it's not that whole notice is not something to worry about personally. I love seeing all the greens after the crypto bloodbath. Yeah, which cryptos are you holding, or you invested in any? Because yeah, that's mad. I've been covering a couple of cryptos on the channel as well, the ones that I believe I've got a lot of like potential. But the thing with the cryptos and with investing in general, especially with the cryptos, there's a lot of like new investors jumping on and they're buying at the all-time high. And the minute it drops, as markets do, it goes up and it goes down. But the minute the price drops, they start panicking. They start developing weak hands, or they forget why they got in, or maybe they didn't know why they got in. Bitcoin is, man. All my guys are ballers. Yo, you got Bitcoin, fam. That's mad. Yeah, I know somebody who, as Bitcoin was dipping, it was buying on the dips. So now that Bitcoin, actually, let's take a look at Bitcoin while we're at it. Bitcoin, USD. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin again is something it will recover as well. Especially looking at the fact that I'm quite looking at the RSI, I'm quite loving this RSI divergence. So the RSI divergence being that, look, the price has made a new low, but the RSI hasn't. So you see that basically what that means is that the bearish momentum has effectively run out, and the bulls are going to step in. So I can see this price heading back towards the 50 MA. Because it needs to revert back to the mean. And let's check out the 10. So momentum, yeah. If it closes above this 10 period moving average, then we're good momentum on the bullish side. And especially looking at this golden cross farm, yeah, Bitcoin is definitely making a good recovery right now. Let's see, Ethereum. Some Ethereum. Yeah. Now, I mean, there was definitely, for stocks, it's been the past couple of months or weeks, there's been a bloodbath where pretty much all the prices has been falling. The past couple of weeks with cryptos, the prices have just been falling because all around the market has been generally very volatile and uncertain. So nobody really knows where to put their money. But right now, I believe there's a recovery all around on cryptos and even stocks. Good. Can't wait to see 60K. Yeah, it's definitely going to get back to that on Bitcoin. It's definitely going to get back to that. I mean, the way these things go, right, is when the price is overbought or oversold, then of course people maybe take profits, or people mainly take profits, or mainly take profits, right? And the minute the price comes down, it comes down to this kind of level where it's oversold. There's the momentum on the bearish side is basically ending, and the bulls are stepping in. Basically, buy low and hold on to it for long term if you're looking to hold long term investment, or buy low and then sell high if you're looking to momentum play, etc. But the fact that this is pretty much at a low, the lowest it's been for quite some time, a good few months, Bitcoin is definitely going to retrace back up to, first of all, test the level. I'll say is probably test this area between I would say between 44 and 47. That's a resistance zone. So it used to be a support zone, but it's broken down. But the minute it gets above this resistance zone, then you're definitely heading towards 59.60. So this is a very good. It's funny you should say 60, because that's a very good. 57 is a very good resistance area. So the minute it breaks above that, you're definitely heading up like to the moon. So between 57 and 63 is your resistance zone. So if it gets above there, you'll be smiling. So is anyone still in Hcmc? Bitcoin for me is just a long-term investment, just buying the dips as they come and increasing my holdings. I plan on it using it. Yeah, yeah, definitely Bitcoin. I would say it's a long-term hold. I mean, I had a good few years ago. I had like actual Bitcoins. Can't believe I sold them like in 2015 before it jumped up to like 17K. But looking at the way the price has risen in the last like 7 to 8 years, Bitcoin in 10 years' time is going to be crazy. So it's definitely a long-term hold. Like you say, savings account, definitely worth holding on to it. And especially as it's dipping just now, it's a good time to be pretty much loading the boat and looking at it. It's gonna, I believe, once it starts rising, like the minute it closes above this 10 period moving average, I think it's gonna head straight up very quickly. It's gonna head up to test this resistance and then head up again to test 57,000 resistance. So if you're looking to get back in, not get back in, if you're looking to load up, etc., this would be a good time to load up on Bitcoin. So AMC. Oh my lord, look at AMC. Wow. Yeah, it just broke that resistance on the 15-minute chart. So intraday. So man, there's no stopping these guys, man. One thing I love about AMC is the fact that retail investors have pretty much made history with AMC and GameStop, and even BlackBerry is next, but they're making history, because they're showing that the whole stock market's not owned by like all these hedge funds and all these fat cats. It's retail investors are taking control now, and it basically goes to show that look, supply and demand. If there's a lot of demand, the price is going to rise, right? And the fact that a lot of retail investors have bound together and actually invest in buying up this stock, and they're proving basically that it's all about supply and demand. No matter what anyone says, no matter all these articles you see, like the amount of articles I've seen about AMC, that AMC is like stocks not to buy, stocks you should dump, stocks that are just meme stocks, stocks that are going nowhere, etc. Basically, all these negative articles telling people to sell the AMC. The amount of articles I've seen is crazy, but people are ignoring all that. People are like holding on to their stocks. People are buying even more AMC shares. And it's just proven that, all these articles, they just say that to scare you. If you believe in a stock, or you believe in a company and you invest in it, then hold it long term, even if there's intraday or daily or weekly volatility. I mean, hold on to the stock, because it goes down, it'll definitely come back up. Trust me. No, I never. I was even reading a couple of AMC articles about, yeah, basically, I think it was from the Motley Fool, or them people that saying, AMC should definitely sell stocks to let go, to stocks to offload, stocks that are going nowhere. And it's always AMC, GameStop. So it always makes me laugh. But look what's happening with the price. NAKD, Papa Gorilla. How long have you been invested in NAKD? I believe in NAKD, like I've covered it. Oh yeah, look at that intraday. Yeah, it just needs to. Oh, what? Oh my lord! Just as we're speaking, look at our run. Now I'm telling you, this golden cross, this is nothing to play with, and the fact that we're getting this positive RSI divergence, so much, like everything is green right now. Like on the technicals, everything is green. I'm not really sure as a company what they've been up to lately, but everything is green on the technicals. I mean, that's what it's all about. If you're looking to invest, like the technicals will tell you when to get in. The fundamentals tell you what to get in. Technicals tell you when to get in. But NAKD, that's beautiful. So I think like I was saying, we're definitely going to get above $1, very soon. I'm looking at the daily chart. We just need to get above this 73-cent resistance. And then once we get above that, then we're definitely heading up to $1. And then after that, we're off to the moon. So I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of weeks that this won't be sitting at this will be sitting at $4. I really wouldn't be surprised. So you got yourself a good investment, man. Up, yeah. They want you to sell so they can get in. Yeah, exactly. That's how all these hedge funds work. I mean, all the whales, all the fat cats, they all want to buy low, right? It's like that with any investment, stocks, properties, wherever. They want to put out as much. If they believe something is like overpriced, right, or they see it as overpriced, or if it's a high price, they want it lower. What they're gonna do is they're gonna try and get people to sell their stocks, bring the price right down. So the only thing they can do is pretty much bring out so much negativity towards that company, towards that property, towards that whatever investment it is. They'll bring out so much negativity, drive the prices down, and then they pretty much they scoop it up at low wholesale prices. So they did it with Hcmc in particular. And the funny thing is, the funny thing is actually it was the start of March around here. I'm not sure if you guys check out like dark pool prints and option order flows, etc. So I'm with some cheddar flow and stuff like that. Basically, you can see options flow with that. And I saw a huge option contract coming out, like a lot of call up orders on Hcmc, like in March, start of March or middle of March, around that time. And they had their strike price at $28, and they were going out till August, so there was a huge order flow of Hcmc call orders. So I guess they're all being filled, right? Created a lot of demand for this. So that's partly why. But point I'm making is that was an institution with a lot of money, right? They saw that Hcmc was at a very low price, and they saw that Hcmc was capable of making a big run up to $20 initially in January. And they saw there was a lot of hype, there was a lot of popularity. Hcmc was very popular. And they thought, you know what, it's low, let me buy in. And look at the price now. They'll be cashing in on the call options. So don't believe all the negativity you see about something. If you invest in something, make sure you understand. First of all, you understand what you're investing in, fundamentally, and then technically, and then hold on to it, because if it's coming down today, tomorrow it's going to come back up. But can't wait till I join you, Rasta. Can't wait till I join you on that Bitcoin investment, though. It's coming soon. Let me see. Check out Hcmc. Yeah, again, Hcmc is another one. I just loaded up a bit more of my shares on Hcmc, so currently sitting at about 600,000. So that, I believe that's going to head up again. Just needs to get to that golden cross. The fact that it's oversold at the moment, so just need to wait for it to get back up. But it'll be interesting to see, though. Even if Hcmc closes strong today, it needs to find an all-time high, and it might be today, it might be by the end of, let me see the weekly actually, just to see. The weekly is looking beautiful. So, oh yeah, that's why it's made a huge. Yeah, so on the weekly, it's basically just broken out of a very good resistance at $41. So we'll see by the end of the week. If it closes above $41, then we're good. I mean, look at that. Look at the volume that's breaking out right now, middle of the week, and we're sitting at 700 mil. And the average is, we're currently near enough the average volume. So we're pushing the boundaries on Hcmc. And I believe that's we're breaking the all-time high of Hcmc. So that's why there's a lot of volume, so we just need to break, even on the monthly. So once we break this, the monthly fact, we're breaking it on the start of the month. So hopefully we stay strong. We stay above $41 by the end of this month. And then if we do, then fam, we're on the way to the moon, man. Mr. Stefan, keep it going, my bro. Thanks, man. Definitely. I even plan on doing a lot more like live sessions, just jumping on, and especially with like technical analysis. So if there's any stocks you guys want me to look at, do technical analysis on, or anything like that, then this is definitely going to be the session to be on. Just any stocks you guys want, whether you've been holding on, or even stocks you're thinking about getting behind. Definitely is something I'm going to be doing going forward with this channel. So definitely I'll keep it going, man. Feel people handed after the dip in this. Wish I held more amounts of. Yeah. No, it's true. No, it's one of the things, like, you can have the best strategy, you can have the most logical approach to the market or anything, but the only thing that really breaks it down is the emotion, right? Because there's been many times that my strategies, I know that, look, there's a high probability that this is going to work out, and everything checks out, technicals, fundamentals, everything checks out. I get in and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I've gotten in low. I've gotten in at the best price, I believe. And then I get back to the market. The more I check the charts, the more I actually want to sell, the more I like have paper hands. And I had that before. So what I've done now is just make sure I restrict the amount of times I look at the market to like maybe once a day, or if I'm doing videos for YouTube, that's it. Like I try to limit how much, because the more you look at the market, the less logical your actions will be, and the more likely you go from diamond hands to paper hands. And paper hands it's never good unless you want to, of course, take your profits. There's no shame in taking profits if that's what you want to do. But that's why it's good to have a plan before you get in, but a lot of my stocks, I'm just diamond hands in all the way, even especially with AMC, Hcmc. I even have funny, another one I'm on is, I don't know if you guys know about this one, CCIV. All right, so CCIV, I got in about, what was it? I think it was about $13, roughly around here or about this point. Sorry, it was $19 I got in, right? And then I saw it go all the way up to $60. Man, I was close to selling. I was looking at all the greens in my portfolio for CCIV. I was like, let me sell, But then I was like, especially when it came down. But then I was like, you know what? Nah, it's made this all-time high, right? It's definitely going to head back to test it. And the only thing it's been testing right now is my patience, but because it's just been trading sideways for some time. But look, we're definitely on the rise again, right? We're on 22. I mean, I loaded up a little bit more on CCIV. So a bit of what I usually do is, if it falls, rather than selling, if I'm holding long term, rather than selling, I just buy more, because that way I bring down my average cost. If my average is above the current price, I bring down my average cost. But I never sell like fully, because I've been there, done all that a couple of years ago, where I was on great stocks, even Tesla. I was on Tesla like at the start when it was about $40 a share or something like that. And then I sold when it got to like 80, and I was like, well, look at Tesla now. So learn from my mistakes, and just, if it goes below the underlying, or if it goes below my average cost, I average down. So what else are you guys holding? So EMC. Ish. EMC. I love it. Like once there's a lot of momentum intraday, people just keep jumping on and keep pushing it up, keep pushing it up. I mean, from the open, yeah, yeah. Nah, man, this is crazy. So, like I said, it's just keep it as long as it stays above this 10 period moving average, then we're good. You know, I mean, look at that. Even intraday, they tried to this dead cross tried to form, but nope. The bulls are not giving up. Diamond hands are not giving up. People are even getting in more. Oh, see. Second. So any of you guys do options as well? Got any options, or you guys just buy stocks or buy shares rather? Yeah, Papa Gorilla. I've been investing in NAKD for a couple of months. It looks like NAKD, GME, AMC are connected. Now, it's true, they really are connected. Basically, because there's been a lot I think across the board, right, and the whole market, there's been a huge sell-off, especially the last couple of months. What you need to bear in mind is that we're pretty much in a new decade, right? So from 2019, there was 2019, 2020, towards the end of the last decade, there's pretty much the price has to consolidate somewhere, just like you have your time frames, all right? So you've got your hourly, 1 minute, wherever. So each of these time frames, by the end of that time frame, the price consolidates, right? So the same with yearly and even 10-year charts and stuff like that. Some packages offer that, they don't, others don't. But point I'm making is the price was consolidating at a certain level, and then once the new decade starts, there was a new time frame. There's a new 10 years time frame. So it has to start at something. So there was a huge bullish. The market has been pretty much bullish towards the end of the last decade, leading up to 2020 and including 2020. So the fact that it's been pretty much bullish. The start of 2020's decade, really. So 2021, there's been some kind of sell-off, and then the price is recovering. You know, so across the board, the market's been pretty much in a sell-off for the first couple of months at least, until it found its feet. And then right now, there's a lot of people seeing, a lot of investors, a lot of institutions seeing that, look, they've got the prices down to a very low level, and they can jump in. I mean, look at NAKD as well. So the price is pretty much just falling all the way down. So a lot of people will just be jumping in, especially looking at this bullish base that's being built up at 48 cents. I mean, it's a pretty much double bottom, really. So came down, tested it again, and seeing that that's a very good support region. So yeah, it's definitely on its way up now. This if you're looking to get in. I mean, I've got a couple of shares in NAKD that I've been holding for a good few months as well. I kind of got in a little bit higher, got in up here. So right now I'm at a loss at got in at $1 like 50 roughly. So right now I'm at a loss, but I'm holding on to it because I know it's going to recover. If anything, rather than sell, what I'll do is I'll add more shares onto it. You know, if basically when I come to actually getting my portfolio a bit more all round, if I see there's space for NAKD, then I'll add shares on to bring down my average from 150 to as close to $1 as possible. Because the minute it gets to or breaks that $1, then it's definitely going to head back up to $2 and pretty much smash it. So the markets across the board, stocks, cryptos, they've been in a big sell-off. So, but the minute it comes down to a certain price, gets to low enough, it's a good time to jump in, because the way the market works is it goes up, it comes down. You always, NAKD have 300 plus million. Yeah, yeah, and they've got no debt. Yeah, I remember they've got no debt as well, NAKD. So they've got they've got, like you're saying, 300. I thought it was 250, but yeah, 300 plus million cash on hand. And definitely that e-commerce thing, move that I'm making, that's a very good strategic move for the business, because everything is done online, especially like clothing. If you want to buy like clothing business, and like it's female clothing, so it's going to be make it very convenient for people to buy, clothing. So watch this space on NAKD. Fundamentally, NAKD is solid right now. That's one of the reasons I'm holding on to my NAKD, because it may not be this year, it may not be next year, but definitely in a few years, NAKD, I believe, will be making serious moves. So it might look scary right now, well, especially when it was dropping, may have looked scary at like 50 cents. I mean, when I did a video covering it, people were emailing me, asking me like, oh, you keep doing, why are you doing NAKD? NAKD is going down, they're going bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, nah, you may think it's that, but fundamentally, nothing tells me that they're going bankrupt. They've got a lot of cash on hand, and they've got a lot of money to invest. They're debt free. So why would anyone think they're going bankrupt? But anyway, it's definitely one to hold on to, I think, NAKD. And the thing with all these stocks as well, hold on to for a good few years, unless you're planning on like just momentum playing it. But if you're momentum playing it, then it's best to do options. But yeah, tomorrow, I won't be surprised if by the end of this, actually, let me look at the weekly for NAKD. Yeah, I won't be surprised if by the end of the week, we maybe close above 73 cents. And then if that's the case, then to be honest, the next couple of weeks or even the following week, we might even break that $1, because right now, although there's on the weekly, there's that resistance around, well, technically around $1, right? So if it breaks that on the weekly, then we're definitely going to head up, because right now I don't really see any other resistances apart from $1.83. But if it gets above and stays above $1, then we're at least in the clear for the whole NASDAQ notice. And there'll be a lot more investors jumping on NAKD because of the recovery. All right, so NAKD will be making a lot more noise, because a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, it was making a lot of noise, especially looking at this huge at the end of January, looking at this big spike. It's making a lot of noise. A lot of people are jumping on, maybe people jumping at the all-time high, or jumping on the all-time high and then wondering why they're losing out when the market drops, or not understanding. But it's definitely on its way to making a good recovery. I mean, it's already making a good recovery, so definitely NAKD is one to watch. There's one I want to check out. There's another one I've been even ZOM. And ZOM ZOM came down a lot, but again, it's making a recovery like everything else. It came down quite a lot, down to 74 cents. Oof, all the way from $2.70. But again, it's going to make a recovery. Just needs to, when there's a resistance set or support set, it always tests that. If the market is in a bullish move, it's going to test every single resistance that it can test. And then if it breaks that resistance, it'll test the next one, and so on and so forth. So the fact that it's broken down from this support, right? It was a support because the resistance got broken out of, and the fact that it came back down, the bears broke the support and tested it as a resistance, and that resistance held, and the fact that it's low, it's going to head back up to test this resistance a second time. And then if it breaks this resistance, then it's going to head back up to technically test these resistances, or test this resistance at 175. And looking at the MACD, so that golden cross is looking good. Let's see AMC. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to find the article. One of the articles I saw about AMC saying that basically you should jump ship on it. One sec. I can't seem to find it anyway. Yeah, but yeah, from the Motley Fool, they pretty much just try to bash AMC. And look what's $44, man. Yeah, now definitely a good run. I mean, look at that, how it's the minute it broke out of, in fact, initially broke out of the 10 period moving average, came back down below, but ever since it came back above it, it's just pretty much been respecting it, you know. So 10 period moving average, I'll definitely recommend that as a very good moving average, like to, especially if there's if no matter where you're going, if you're intraday or daily, whatever chart you're looking at, 10 period moving average, right? One of the things that will be best for you to look out for is that if there's a gap up above the moving average, if there's a gap above the moving average, then that means that there's a very good chance that the momentum or the move following that gap up is going to be very good. I mean, look, we had the gap up here and it came back down to test. So basically the gap wasn't filled. Okay, so the gap up, the gap never got filled. The price came back down to test. Let me see. The price came back down to sort of test the gap, the support at the gap, and basically created an actual support that you can see. And then ever since then, the price has just kept moving up. And there's another gap. It just keeps gapping up intraday. So 10 period moving average is definitely a good moving average to look out for. I'll have a look to see if there's any more gaps above it. I mean, look, it just looking at the daily, there was pretty much a little gap above it, but there was a huge gap basically on the 12th of May from $10 to, well, it's not really huge, but in terms of the average daily trading range for AMC, that's pretty big, like $1. So yeah, at the time, that was a good gap. So ever since then, the momentum has just been high. But now this is fantastic. So I've just been pretty much playing on with AMC as well. Actually, I've just been playing a couple of options on it. Another strategy I've been using is seeing that there's been a good bullish run, basically good bullish momentum to the upside. So I've been playing like credit spreads, so selling options, so to effectively get your income, you know, while you're sitting on a good amount of shares and even on call option contracts. You know, but it's very good just be selling them, letting them expire worthless. let them expire out, and then you keep the full premium on the option. So credit spreads are very good. I'll never sell naked options, but credit spreads are very good. So I had one between $1 wide spreads, so between $16 and $15, and then I had one before that about 12 and 11, and then just been when I'm getting either from 50% to 100% gain, I just take. So it's very good doing it that way. Especially seeing as there's a lot of momentum, especially that is since it broke out of this resistance, on the daily, it broke out the resistance of it's that $14, and technically everything's there. But looking at it though, on the RSI, it is overbought, and the market may retrace back to, like I said, it's close to either towards the moving average or to one of these levels. Fine, let me just remove all this. Move joins. Yeah, close back to the moving average, or effectively test one of the Fibonacci retracement. So wherever, can't really do the Fibonacci retracement line until there's a close, but wherever this ends, let's say it's just going to end, let's say it's going to close at, let's say $47. Okay, so it will most likely retrace back to 38 or one of these levels. But I'm hoping that it just continues going up. But realistically, it's going to retrace back to a certain mean and then continue heading back up as the market does. So are there any other stocks you guys got in your portfolio, or even cryptos? So has anyone gotten into that in terms of cryptos? Anyone gotten into like SafeMoon? I heard SafeMoon was like making mad moves, mad waves all around. Everyone's trying to jump onto SafeMoon. Everyone's talking about SafeMoon. So has anyone managed to jump on that? So let me look at this. 15. So let me look at a second. Yeah. Yeah, the ATR is quite high on this. I mean, there's a lot of course, volatility volume that's being traded right now. So it's expected that the ATR is going to be high. And if you're options trading, then this would be a good time, like I was saying, selling credit spreads. This would be a good time to sell like put credit spreads, But of course, you need to decide the best. Need to decide the best strike price, but selling options is quite good at the moment. The reason for that is the implied volatility on this is through the roof. So you're going to be getting them very good premium. You're going to be collecting a lot of premium for this. So take advantage of the implied volatility if you're an options trader. Let's see, actually 10. 100, yeah. Nah, AMC is one of my babies, man. It's never disappointed me. Actually, let's have a look at something I've been doing as well. GNUS. See, even GNUS, man. Everything is going up. Everyone, we're just having a good week on stocks. So on crypto side, we're going to have a good week too, the next couple of weeks, definitely. Can you check Phantom Coin is a crypto ticker FTM? Okay, so FTM. Yes, okay. All right. Yeah, sure. So this is the right one, yeah? Phantom. Cool. Yeah. I would say if you're invested in it or if you're looking to invest in it, on a technical note, it's looking good. And the reason for that is, first of all, if we have a look at the MACD, looking at the MACD, the histogram, the bearish momentum is, the bearish volume is decreasing massively. We're effectively looking to potentially go from bearish to bullish, right? And also looking at the dead cross is coming to an end. So there's a convergence between the signal line and the moving average. So the minute the minute the moving average crosses over the signal line, we're in a golden cross. And looking at the moving average, the 10-period moving average, if it closes above this, we're good. But we've got this resistance just sitting above it at 38 cents. So right now, it just needs to get above that resistance, but I believe it may do that. And also looking at the RSI, it's not really a classic divergence, but it is a slight divergence nevertheless. Although the price didn't make a new low, but it made it roughly the same low. So we're having some RSI divergence. So all of these are actually pointing towards the price making a good recovery and heading upwards, basically. And if we'll have a look, actually, if we have a look back, so here's effectively our support, looking at our support zone. So the support zone between 31 and 26 cents. So if the price stays above this, and especially if the price breaks this resistance at 38, then we're definitely going to continue heading up. You've got some resistance here at 50 cents, but I would say the main resistance to look out for would be, let me draw that, 65, and I would say probably about this level. So 65 and 81 are the main resistance levels to look out for. But everything else is everything else is pointing it towards being bullish. Pick FTM, yes. I'm just not sure because the volume is more towards selling, no? No, not really. I mean, the volume, looking at the histogram on the MACD, the volume is actually more towards bullish. As you can see, there's the divergence on the MACD. So the volume is effectively decreasing on the bearish side and increasing on the bullish side, especially looking at the signal line and the moving average. So there's some convergence towards that. So right now, in terms of volume, and also looking at the actual volume, so the volume profile, as you can see, the volume has just been decreasing on the bearish side, even though the price tested the 10-period moving average, and the moving average was holding as a resistance, bringing the price back down. But despite the price actually falling, the volume has not really been doing much. From here to here, it increased, but the next session on the 29th of May, it was bearish. There was a good bearish move, but the volume decreased. And looking at the most recent volumes being bullish, although all of this volume is actually below the average volume being traded, but it's nevertheless the volume is towards bullish side. So I believe it's on the way to recovery. If you're, like I was saying, if you're invested in it, it's definitely on the way to recovery. But like I was saying, watch out for these levels. So the level of 38 cents is a resistance. It just needs to get above that on the daily. So if I have a look at the intraday, let's see. So if I have a look at the intraday, actually, it's looking good because right now, this major resistance at 32 cents is broken at intraday. So if it stays above that intraday, then you're good. But I would say, all in all, things are pointing towards being bullish and the price rising. It might actually rise on very good volume, but right now there's a number of resistances that it needs to overcome. No problem, Raphael. Anytime. If there's any other cryptos you want me to have a look at, then I'll be more than happy to do so, or even stocks. So let me see actually. But looking at the Phantom though, I like the initial run up. You know, the run ups that it's made. It's definitely going to head back up to test these. XRP. XRP has been making quite a lot of noise actually. XRP again, yeah. I think the next couple of weeks is going to be good. It's going to be green for cryptos and stocks, because looking at it right now on the daily chart, again, it's making a good recovery. It's broken above, but right now it's at a resistance. Just needs to get above this resistance that was previously a support. So it was a support around here. Okay. And the fact that the price broke it, it's now a resistance. It tested as a resistance, held as a resistance. So right now it just needs to get above that. But the momentum is more towards the bullish side. Right. So that being the price is above the 10 moving average. Actually, let's see what price is above the 10 moving average, just broke above it. 21. Okay, so it's close to the 21. Yeah, it's close to a double bottom around here, but so again, it's tested it, and if we extend this, it's close to a resistance support. So it basically came back down and tested it. So right now it's just needs to get above this 21 moving average, but it's above the 10. I would say right now everything is looking bullish. You know, there's a golden cross being formed. The RSI is pretty much at 46. So it just needs to start heading up. So let's see AMC. But I would say XRP is definitely making a good recovery, or it's bound to make a recovery. It just needs to get above this resistance. And then once it does that, then the next level to look out for will be here, $1.58. So let's see what MC is doing. AMC, man, even looking at the volume, the histogram volume on that, these guys are not playing, man, on this AMC. They're really, this short squeeze is insane. Like, I think it's not even really fully started, this short squeeze. It's just going to keep going, because a lot of short sellers are going to be, right now, they're already trapped, but they're all pretty much going to be running around like headless chickens, trying to cover their shorts, you know. So there's going to be expect a lot more demand and a lot more like price rising from AMC right now. And the fact that it's pretty much at $50 farm, it's then whole $10 rise in today's session. Nah, I think the short sellers were losing at like 600 million or over $1 billion. It's going to be a lot more now. You know, I wouldn't want to be on the short side of this right now. But looking at things, I think this, to be honest, I believe this is going to head to, or even touch $100 soon. You know, it actually really doesn't have much to go, you know, to get to $100. But nah. EMC though, it's helping my portfolio green, be green. Well, $49. I just peeped my Robinhood. Oof, I know, right? Nah, AMC, it's no joke. And I've been in this baby since January. In fact, I even remember when I did a video of this, I was putting people on AMC when it was, I think it was even, yeah, it was here. Actually, funny story, right? I did a video putting people on AMC at $2. Well, probably exactly $2.96, but I would say $3, right? And I did a video and people were commenting on the video and even messaging me like, nah, you're crazy. It's never good. Like AMC is like, it's done. It's not going to go anywhere. Like you're wasting your time really. And then a couple of days later, it just shot up. You know, I was expecting it to like make a big move, but I didn't expect it to make a move so soon. But I've been holding this baby since January. You know, even when it came back down to $5, I was like, nope. You know, I'm comfortable. I'm good where I'm at right now. But man, look at that green candle. Oof. It's kind of Could you look into ticker symbol coin for stock market? Which coin? Oof. Nah, look at that volume, man. 348 million shares, and the average is 210. Oh my days. That is insane. That's history right there, especially the fact that we've broken the all-time high. If I just go into the monthly, actually, we've broken the all-time high of AMC, that resistance. You know, we needed that big push. And the fact that it's the start of the month, and we're making new all-time highs. Nah, I'd expect this to go on for a good few more months. You know, a couple of months here and there, it may trickle its way down, but definitely we're setting something. And if this closes in June, if the price closes and stays above $35, then this could potentially be a very good monthly support and a very, very good cradle price to sit based on. You know, in fact, I won't be surprised if actually let me have a look. 200. Yeah. Eventually, this 200, if the price stays above this, eventually this 200 is going to meet $35 as a support. You know, but right now it's more, it needs to hit everything else like 50. But the market moved so quickly, so soon. We need all these moving averages to catch up. Moving averages like, what? What's going on, fam? Nice. It's in a kind of sold early, to be honest. But I didn't know about the short squeeze. Yeah. I mean, yes. But if you sold, I hope you got out profit. But I mean, the short squeeze, a lot of people have been talking about, oh, there's a short squeeze. I guess partially people wanted to get a lot of investors on board. They wanted to make a lot of noise for AMC and get people on board buying up the shares and creating demand for it. And part of the reason for that, maybe they bought high and they wanted the price to get there so they can either get out. But the short squeeze was bound to come, I think, because retail traders, especially guys on Reddit, everywhere, and the fact that AMC and GameStop have made so much noise, a lot of people know about it, even people who didn't think about investing in stocks, etc. So there was bound to be a lot of people jumping on, even if it's just a hype, jumping on it. And this would have created a lot of demand. And the fact that there was a lot, let me just look, actually, the short float right now, if you just the short float for this is 22%. That is really high. Okay, so, well, looking on FinViz, the short float saying it's 22%, needs to update, it'll be a lot more now. But yeah, 22%, that's really high. That's a lot of short sellers pretty much trapped right now and having to cover the shorts. So you have a combination of guys getting in, buying more shares, short sellers being trapped, covering their shorts. That's putting in the mix. That's a huge short squeeze. And I don't think the short squeeze is probably even just about started now. There's going to be a lot more bullish moves. Could you look into the ticker symbol for coin? Oh, Coinbase. Yeah, let me check it out. Coin USD. Is it this one? Coinbase Global. Yeah, which coin is it? Or which Coinbase is it? In Bitcoin tethers. 1 sec. Coinbase, yeah, Coinbase Global. This one, yeah. Take the way pro Coinbase. Yeah, looking at Coinbase again, it's definitely I think it's on its way up now. Took a hard hit actually, but looking at the technicals right now, there's that RSI divergence. Actually, no, no. Yeah, the RSI is rising though. Not quite RSI divergence, but the RSI, the momentum is rising. And looking at still a bit new to see. But I would say on the 10 moving average, the fact that it's above it, if it stays above it, then it's going to head up. It's just created a resistance at the moment. So just wait. You just need to wait and to see if it's back up. Basically, if it stays above the 10 moving average, then it'll be testing the 247 resistance and then head up. But yeah, it's on a good recovery right now. Let's look at it intraday actually, just to see. Yeah, intraday is making good moves because ultimately the trend is still quiet. Trend is still up, nevertheless. So naturally, by the looks of things, looks like there's an ascending triangle forming. So this ascending triangle, just need to get it to this squeeze to the tip, and then if it breaks the resistance of this ascending triangle, then on the way to the moon. But first of all, you need to effectively break this resistance at 247. Coinbase. Yeah, so, but intraday, it needs to break this ascending triangle, like the resistance of the ascending triangle, and effectively conform to the trend line of the ascending triangle. So this could act as support. The trend line will act as support, leading the price up to the resistance to test the resistance. And looking at it, it's actually already tested a number of times. So I would say, yeah, double top or multiple tops actually, to test this resistance. So it's just range bound at the moment, but best way you could describe it is this ascending triangle. So the minute it breaks this resistance, then it'll head up to test this other resistance at 247. And then if it breaks that, then yeah, on the way to the moon. So let's see, Hcmc. Every time I look at AMC, it just jumps even more. This is insane. You know, example of why diamond hands is great. You need to develop diamond hands, fam. Need to. Nah, AMC though. So let's see. So if it does get to that all-time high, and if it starts decreasing, actually, you've got, as well as Fibonacci retracement, you've also got, it's going to develop, most likely create or fall into a bull flag pattern. So the bull flag pattern, right now, there's the pole. Okay, so wherever the top of the pole is, so let's assume it starts falling from 54. So the bull flag pattern will just be effectively fall to a certain level. And then this area is usually where if a stock has made or coin or any investment has made a huge, or any security rather, has made a huge run up, and then it consolidates within the flag of a bull flag pattern. Okay, so when it consolidates, it can effectively just be bouncing between the flag. And then when it breaks the flag, the resistance on the flag, then it's going to continue heading up. Okay. And whatever horizontal resistance it forms is going to break that, or it's likely to break that, because there's a lot of buyers, there's a lot of buy orders that need to be filled, etc. And of course, exchanges and clearing houses, they're not going to fill all those orders all at once. It's going to take time, especially when you've got institutions placing orders. Now they would have been placing or accumulating the orders around this area of AMC or any stock, wherever there's a range bound market. That's usually where institutions are accumulating the positions. So and even in the flag of this bull flag pattern, if a bull flag pattern gets formed, that's where they usually accumulate the position. And that's usually why you see there'll be a range bound. The price will be range bound, for some time. And then the minute it breaks out the flag pattern, then that's it. It takes off. Nah. Nah, this thing might even hit $100 as I'm sitting here. The way it's just, let me look at this baby intraday. Oh my days. 15 minutes, it's gone from $49 to $59. In 15 minutes, we've got 5 minutes left of this 15-minute candle, but in 15 minutes, there's been a $10 jump. Fam, that is insane. I really would not want to be a short seller in this. But yeah, I heard the AMC guys were handing out free popcorn. Anyone catch some of that free popcorn? In fact, let me check out BlackBerry momentarily as well. Yeah, even BlackBerry. Oh my days. Wow. Nah, I think we're on the way to test this resistance at $20 and then continue going up. So AMC, BlackBerry, GameStop, basically the way GameStop has been moving, that's the way AMC is likely to move, and BlackBerry is going to follow it behind. One second, guys. I'll just be back 1 minute. Yeah, I'm back. Hcmc. Nah, these it's a good week, especially seeing as the last couple of weeks. Well, yeah, especially seeing as the last couple of weeks, or even from February to pretty much the last couple of weeks, it's just been hellish. It's been a bloodbath. There's been a lot of people that have been quiet with the market. A lot of people have not even wanted to know about the market because of what's been going on. But it's been, yeah, we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. My day is $61 off. Yeah, this is good. Guys are just gonna pump the hell out of this stock. That's awesome. So yeah, but for the most part, I believe we will anyway. I believe the price will stay above. The price will definitely stay above 35, roughly $35. You know, that's that resistance. It's been a major resistance for pretty much since 2015. Oh man. So imagine the guys that were holding on to AMC stock since 2015 till now. They're finally catching that break. You know, that's the definition of diamond hands right there. If you bought AMC stock in 2015, you know, and 6 years later, you're basically reaping the fruits of your labor. Well, let's have a look to see. SEC. Gonna have a look to see if they've got any AMC have had any recent filings. So whether it be let me see, company filings. All right, so AMC. Okay, so all right, so 8K current. See if they've got any. So they filed on the 2nd of June. Okay, let me see the 8K. Actually, no, let me leave it. All right, so cover page as previously announced. Holden sold 8.5 million shares Class A. Yeah. Oh yeah, that one they sold 8.5 million shares to Mudrick Capital Management. You know, that's good. So I guess that would have effectively added some demand to the price. Now it's even just yesterday, the 1st of June. Yeah, maybe they're filling all those orders. And Mudrick actually paid a nice premium for that, you know. So the guys AMC, they're doing really well. I'm glad as a company and as a stock, they're doing really well. And I think I'm not sure. I don't think they'll go down that route. I think they were trying to the whole dilution thing. They were wanting to get more shares, but I don't think they're doing that anymore. Well, they don't need to anyway. Let me see, 15-minute. Yeah, that was a huge run, huge move up. All right, so is this something you guys would be interested in seeing on this channel going forward? Like me going live and just doing price action and chatting about stocks. Is this something you guys would like to see on the channel? So we'll see what happens with this 15-minute. It's creating there's a big bearish pullback at the moment, but we're at the start of the next 15-minute candle. So we'll see intraday what goes on. You know, again, it could just be heading back down to test the moving average. And plus it was overbought on the RSI, so we'll see. Yeah, but I definitely don't see the price getting back down towards $36. You know, consolidate at a certain price. And again, it might start heading down towards the moving Fibonacci retracement. You see GameStop. Yeah, GameStop as well. Looks like there's some resistance at the resistance level of 274. So we'll wait and see. So it's pretty much a big resistance zone, but for the most part, between 294 and 274 is your resistance zone. So we'll wait and see, especially coming up to, let's see. Yeah, especially coming up to the earnings of the 8th of June in a couple of days. So we'll see what the earnings having to say. But right now, there could be a lot of buy on the rumor, and after the earnings or on the day of the earnings, there might be a slight sell off though. So that's something to be expected if you're in GameStop. Well, we'll see. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this live just now. Definitely be doing more lives. All right, so thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll definitely be doing more lives, like just price action. And if there's any stock or coin you guys want me to have a look at, I'll definitely be more than happy to do it. So it's been great. So I'm gonna end here. So take care, guys.